Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's Monday, so you know it is braid school time. This is actually the first Monday back from our unofficial summer vacation. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to start doing summer vacations more often. To kick off the school year, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this DIY rolling braid rack. It's $120 on both sides, has great storage on the bottom, and will cost you less than $100. And it's super easy to put together. It only took me 20 minutes. So I'm excited to be back from summer break. I hope you guys are too. And if you want to see how I made this super easy, affordable braid rack, make sure you stay tuned. So for this DIY, you're going to need three things. You're going to head over to Amazon and pick up this 4-tier mesh wire rolling cart. It's usually about $30 or so. It was important that I got this particular rack because of the height requirements. I needed it tall enough so that when I stood, I could grab the rack easily. So make sure you're checking those measurements to make sure it's the requirement for your height. Then you're going to add to your cart the spool racks, the 120 ones. You can do the 60s if you like, if that's shorter for you, but the 120s are the best bang for your buck. And if you catch Amazon at the right time, you can get these 2 for $40 or 2 for $50. So make sure you're just searching them up when you're looking for them. I also keep these in my Amazon store, so make sure you check the link in the bio for those. The last thing you're going to need is some zip ties. You can get these on Amazon also, or you can just head over to your local Dollar Tree and pick a few up. First things first, you want to assemble your cart per the instructions. I actually have already done 5 of these on my own, but they are much easier to put together when you have a helping hand. The only thing that we're going to do different is change the top rack, and we're going to flip it upside down. I tried to do it the other way, but I couldn't get the spool racks to stay. So flipping it upside down proved to be the best option here. It gave me a whole lot more stability, and it fits on there just perfectly because of the wire mesh on the side. We're going to add our wheels, make sure they're nice and tight and secure. This particular rack is super easy to put together. It might have taken me 8 to 10 minutes total. Now to add our spool racks, placement is going to be key with this to make sure that you can get both of them on there. If you only have one, it will fit perfectly, but to get both of them on there, it's going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm using the bar on the bottom of the mesh basket as a guide, and I'm placing one spool rack on top of that bar on the outside, and then the back of it shouldn't go any further than that. Then what I'm going to do is put the other one on the other side and kind of put them together like a teepee. And again, it helps if you have somebody there to help you hold these together. I did do the other 5 on my own. It did take me a little bit longer, but having a helping hand makes a huge difference. And then all I'm going to do is zip tie the mess out of this thing. I'm going to zip tie the top to make sure that it stays straight up and down. And then I'm going to zip tie the bottom to the rack, and I'm just going to zip tie wherever I feel it is wobbling or moving. I'm basically just going to zip tie this bad boy until it can't move anywhere. When zip tying to the rack itself, you do kind of have to get a little bit creative. So I just kind of chain linked some ties together until it just didn't move anymore. Now, if you guys remember a while ago, I actually showed you guys how I built a 360 spool rack. It was double-sided and it had wheels. So this was the sequel to that video where I was showing you guys a much easier DIY, cheaper alternative to that particular rack. The 360 wooden one was way too big for my salon space, so I needed to come up with a smaller, more mobile option for the new salon. So yeah, this is what I came up with. This one is definitely much more budget friendly and much more DIY friendly. The other one was just all wood. You kind of had to do a lot more measuring and cutting, had to have some tools and some handy help. I had to have my husband on deck for that one. So this one is way easier. You just add it to your Amazon cart, ship it to your house, 20 minutes and you are ready to go. Once everything is put together, I'm going to go in and snip off all of the excess zip ties. These come off easily with scissors. I just happen to have some wire cutters on hand. And there is the completed cart, you guys. It only took me 20 minutes. It is very easy to move around. It is also small enough to travel with. As you can see, I have plenty of storage at the bottom. I can fit all kinds of things down there. If you notice the little white trays in the middle, those are the white trays that you can get from the Dollar Tree. I think they're like 3 for $1. They fit perfectly in these trays. So make sure you pick those up so you can stay organized. And of course, you know I gotta have the Shine and Jam on deck. Now, if you're not feeling the mesh rack, IKEA and Michaels also sells these 3-tier rolling racks. These actually have better wheels in my opinion, and they roll a whole lot easier. The actual baskets aren't see-through and they're a little bit deeper, but the height is definitely there. The only thing is that if you're trying to put the braiding racks on the top, it is going to take a little bit of finagling to actually get them to stay on the bottom of that top rack. But if you're a mobile braider, this is perfect for if you want to just break it down and throw it in the car and go. So that completes the video, you guys. I hope you guys learned something, and as always, if you did, make sure you thumbs this video up and share it with a friend. If you are new to the channel, make sure you consider subscribing for more videos like this every week. And make sure you follow me on all my other social media platforms. I have TikTok and I'm most active on Instagram. And if you want to show me some love on those other platforms, make sure you head over there to my last post. Post this emoji so that I know you were here. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.